No problem, Elia. Who? You remember me from 3 years ago? What brought you back? Smokery? You almost got what, Whiteland? Oh, identity. I thought you'd given up. Sharpie, I'm in a DAF, not an MAN. Would I ever go automatic while doing one of these streams? 3 weeks ago, I was automatic, Matthew. That's because the truck I was in was like super low powered. It was a mod truck and we chose a really super low engine. I think the biggest was like 360 horsepower or something. It was really underpowered and frankly you just couldn't get it to work with manual, so I went to automatic. And I did automatic all evening. Not done for a bit, Stone Dogs, but I do definitely still intend to race. I do enjoy it. Was it the Mac R, Tommy? I can't remember. Oh yeah, the Detroit Diesel, that was it. Oh, the screaming two-stroke. I'll show you the truck now. There you go. Well, Jay Reindeer, that could be taken two ways, my man. I like your streams as much as I like your beard. That could be taken two ways.
Welcome back.
Yeah, it's not easy peasy thing. It does go wrong occasionally. GF Des, welcome back. Why a DAF? I don't quite understand the question. I try different trucks. Is it a new road in Sweden? This one? Yes. So this came with 1.33 of Euro truck, as did this road here. And the same thing with Travemund, this one.
Welcome back.
That was new in 1.33 to give you ferry links into Baltic. I did explain that in the video. Thanks, J-Render. Jarinator, see you later. Yeah, I do that now and again, Cuddle. Take an underpowered truck and a really heavy trailer and see what happens. And then head to Austria. Hang on, I just remembered something I was going to do. I was going to mess about with these new settings. Oh, didn't get it. Let's go back. So let's see. G underscore truck stability is currently on 0.5. G underscore suspension stiffness is currently on 1.0. Alright, let's put the suspension stiffness on 0.5. Oof. Felt that. Truck stability. Let's put that on 0.2. Oof. Right, let's see what happens. Whoa, look at that. You see it lurching now. What's that? Suspension stiffness 0.2. Most realistic value is 0. Right, we're both on 0 now then. Watch what happens when you start pulling away. Look at that. See that? That's what should happen. That's exactly what should happen. So what I found out was, because after I made the video, what I found out was they put this new physics stuff in, but they didn't actually tell anybody about these commands in the release notes. Instead, they put it in a forum somewhere and never linked it from the release notes. So after I emailed a couple of email exchanges with the physics guy, I got these settings and was like, right, okay. This is not a widely published thing. If you look at the release notes, it says physics changes. That's all it says. But in the forums, they tell you about these console commands, which are not available to people who've not enabled the console. It's like, why have you done this? So by default, it's set up to behave exactly like Euro Truck's always behaved. But once you dial these settings in, you get this completely kind of different experience. And it's not in the menu. You have to do it via the console. Well, look at that. That's quite different. Zepron, welcome to the house. Thank you for the anonymous gifter who gifted a sub to Zephron. So this is going to get interesting. Now there is of course the trailer stability one as well. So there's 3 values, right? You've got truck stability. So if you put that on 0, then put your suspension stiffness on 0, and the third one, which is in the options, is trailer stability, which is currently on 0.2. So I'm going to put that on 0 as well, but that one should be in the gameplay. Let's see. There it is. So really, there should be 3 sliders here. Truck stability, trailer stability, and suspension stiffness. But currently it's in the console only. Maybe they'll add it once they've finished messing about with it, I don't know. I'm gonna do Hugo, I'll do that this week. I already intended to do it, but I thought I'd show you first. Look at that. How nuts is that? Look at my trailer. Look at the state of that. Ho, ho, ho. Just think. Imagine if the multiplayer, the Truckers MP servers, imagine if they enforced those values. Imagine the carnage in Truckers multiplayer. Can you imagine Like, yeah, imagine how many people would flip their truck. It'd be brilliant. All the GTA drivers in TMP would have a real problem with this. Whoa, look at that. Wow. Look at that trailer. That's insane. Well, that's why they let you dial it back. So they made all these changes, but then put the settings back to what people were expecting to be. Mr. Aliki, thank you for 312 bits. Thanks for clearing that up. That's how it should be. Thank you, thank you. You're welcome, Aliki. Enjoy, mate. Right, so in terms of the next convoy, guys, I'm not going to tell you exactly when it is yet, but I can tell you that the next convoy will be in December, and I will be announcing it this Thursday. Okay? Just so that you're aware. Applications will be open for about a week and a bit, so don't worry. But if I give you advance notice now, then you can sort of plan ahead. It is indeed Lord Sokia before December the 31st and after December the 1st. It is sub only, I'm afraid, yeah. Yep. It's a nice idea, Plymouth, except it won't work. Some people like use keyboards and stuff. I don't think those settings are going to work too well for those people. Just got a phone call from Apple support and you don't own an Apple? Lol. I had a phone call Friday. I had a phone call on Friday from a guy who said, oh, from such and such a company, we're calling about your life insurance. I was like, okay. He said, yeah, we're just we're calling you to sort of talk it through and whether you're eligible for like an upgrade and all this kind of thing. I said, okay. I said, where have you got my details from? This is what I said. I said, where have you got my details from? No, it wasn't Indian. It was from definitely English. He said, oh, I'm not, he said, I'm not really sure whether your details are on the system and it's come up to give you a call. I said, right, so I've got life insurance with one company, so which company are you again? And he was like, such and such. He said, we're authorized by your life insurer to give you a call. I said, oh, so they give you my details. Right, so now I had him in a corner, because he'd first said that the life insurance hadn't given me, my life insurer hadn't given me my details, and now he was saying that he had my details from my life insurers. It was like, hello? I said, so, okay, so you're calling to discuss my policy, but you've just told me that you don't have my policy in front of you. So you don't have details of my policy, whoops, but you're gonna talk to me about upgrading my policy. Yeah, right. I said, this is what I'd like. I'd like you to take my details off your system, and I'd like you to never call me again. And he actually sounded offended. He was like, what, why? I said, because I don't want to upgrade my life insurance, I don't want to discuss my policy details with you, and I don't want to be on your database. was just like ridiculous conversation. Like the way they try to spin it is just, it's so annoying. But there's no way I will discuss details of any of my policies with anybody over the phone if they can't prove to me that they've even got my policy details. Otherwise, they're just fishing, basically. You gotta be on your guard these days, honestly. Just happens to be a police car over there who's like totally not reading newspaper. He was just looking at me going, I bet he goes over the line. Ah, ah. See, I don't think this guy was a scammer. I think this guy, because he gave me the website, and it was like a legit company in the UK, but they're basically a broker. So effectively, he's got my details, or my phone number or whatever, and he was trying to sell me life insurance, but he didn't have any details about what life insurance I had. Like, if I had any, who I had it with, how long it was for, how much it was, he had no details. But he's got the audacity to call me and tell me that he's going to upgrade my life insurance. It's just a complete lie. In order to bypass the fact that he's simply trying to sell me life insurance. And stuff like that annoys me. It was an 0191 number, which means I think that's Glasgow. 0191. Is that gonna work? Is that gonna work? No! Let's go back. Is it Newcastle? Call control app. Blocks all unknown phone calls automatically. Yeah, I don't really want that, Baz, specifically. Otherwise, I'd have to tell my phone every single number. And I can't do that. I can always click on to block the number if I don't like it, and I've done that before. Oh my life, come on. I ain't got enough room for this. McBone, thank you for 59 months. Almost on 60, dude. Very close. A Daldril, scumbag squirrel, always going over the pedestrian crossing, no respect for the AI. It has no respect for me. There we go. What? Okay, well that's okay apparently. Go figure that. Yeah, I don't think you want to go into minus though, Aliki, do you? Exactly, Jeff said that'll do. That's true, Daniel, but I don't think a legit company does that. Right, let's go into, let's see if we've got a company. Sorry, a garage in... We need to get a garage first. Maybe if we get one on the left side of the map. Turku. Yes, we do, Kenny. Mr. Blackmutt, thank you for 1,000 bits. Been lurking all afternoon, but really enjoyed the stream as I fuss with getting ETS2 working again. Thanks for the fun. Thank you, Blackmutt. Hope you're well, sir. Yeah, McBone, I'd love to. They say they got their details off one of my life insurance, which I know for a fact they didn't because there are strict controls on that now. And I always opt out. I always opt out on sharing my details with the companies. Always. So there's no way they had permission to do that. Right, trailer dealer. My fleet configurations, none. I've got Chrome Scruff. That's no good.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
HCT. Oof. Look at that. Wow. Actually, I think the darker would look a bit better than the, that looks a bit weird. I think probably that would work. And I do want a flatbed. Jappy one, thank you for 21. Twitch sponsors, yes, Twitch sponsored trailer, that's what it is. What do you want to get? Drop side with a crane, or what kind of stuff are we looking to haul here? It's your call. You would say that, Lost Locking. Three plus 2 plus 4 axles. Oh yeah, let's do it. 4 plus 2 plus 4 axles. Oof. All the axles. How many? All of them. Let's see. Let's put full sides on the front. On the rear, we'll have simple side protection and a chrome. Baz, another method, don't answer the first call. Google the phone number. It's a scam and trustworthy stuff. It will pop up immediately with a ton of complaints. If so, block the number. Yes, I have done that in the past, Baz. Actually. Standard gloss. When are they ever gonna have a button that says apply all? You know, apply to all wheels that are like this one. Standard Eco, exclusive, looks nice. Strobe, bacon. You like a sausage dog warning, yeah? Confirm. Purchase. I'll tell you one thing they still haven't done. If you go into this configuration screen and you create that and you've not created a garage yet, it then doesn't let you purchase it, but then you can't save the config. Which is just really annoying because then you have to go and buy a garage, come back here and reconfigure the whole thing again. It's like, why couldn't you do that? It's not hard. Or even warn you, you know, you can configure this, but you don't have a garage. All it says is, warning, you have to have a garage, but it doesn't say you don't have one. And lets you configure it, but not save it. Anyway. Platinum FM, thank you for gifting a sub to the Really Rubbish Gamer. Welcome back, Rubbish Gamer. Trailer Manager, let's go and grab that. Use. Oh, this is going to be fun with those new settings. Look at this. I don't even know if this engine's going to cope. Let's see what we've got. Turkey, we've got bags of seed. Fertilizer, roof tiles. Let's take some roof tiles here. That sounds good. What engine? Wait, what? I had the clutch down. The heck? Was it like a 420 or a 450? Yeah, I don't think we're doing a 180 here, do you? You can rescue, but I wouldn't recommend it. I think you'll struggle with those settings with the keyboard. You wait till we get some weight in there. Do you know what? I forgot to drink my drink. No, it's gone too cold now. I can't drink that.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Tupolev, thank you for your support. Platinum, thank you for the gift. Welcome, Tupolev. It's tea. I don't like. I'm a bit funny about this. It drives the wife insane. I can only drink hot or cold drinks. I can't stand warm drinks. I just can't do it. So if my tea's gone to warm, I can't drink it anymore. Same with coffee. Literally the first time ever you've caught a stream? It's not literally. It's metaphorically. John Fezzer, how you doing? Wait, what's going on here?
Out of the way, I don't like the look of you.
Where are we going? Blimey. PC Kelly, I'm out of here. Do PC Kelly things. Shall see you next week. Have a good week, sir. Hard Styler, welcome back. You never drink hot chocolate? No, I do drink hot chocolate. Hot chocolate's a hot drink. But if it goes warm, I can't drink it. I don't like it. Yeah, you can microwave it back. But like tea, when you microwave it, can be a bit weird. Good luck with your maths test. The other thing when you microwave a cup as well is it tends to make the cup hot. So you end up burning your lips trying to drink it. Baz, by the way, the flight earlier was a mess. I know. I said that when you hosted me. Lost 1.5 hours due to a headwind and ate up all my fuel reserves, so my engines died the second I set the parking brake at the stand. I got a massive penalty for not having enough fuel. Eek. Yeah, Vrome was telling me. He was saying, like, because it was something like 5 o'clock and you were still doing it, and you should have landed at 2. It's like, how do you lose 3 hours? And he said, well, because of a headwind. I said, you can't lose 3 hours from a headwind. He said, oh, you started at 6:30 in the morning or something. Anyway, I did know about the whole headwind thing. It's a monster. You wouldn't get around the UK in a truck like this? No way. You'd have to choose your route very carefully. I am using Jazzicat's traffic pack. Actually, if you look at the Jazzicat website, which I did today, he's updated some of his packs to 1.33, but some of them are still listed as 1.32, so I didn't touch those. Like the motorcycle pack, I think the bus pack is on 133, whereas the motorcycle pack isn't. The trucks and trailers and the AI is on 133, but the overweight stuff isn't. So if you just look on the page at what it says 133 and just download those, that's what I did. Well, ProMods has been updated for 133, so you can download ProMods again. Yeah, well, they may do, Jeff, but I mean, usually what happens is they work, but you kind of see, like, weird issues. Like, do you remember the AI that was like ghost cars? Like, you might see random stuff like that. Yeah, they do support advanced coupling. Did that last year, I think. the ghost cast was funny. But not ideal. Why do I use manual instead of automatic? I find it a lot more engaging. Rather than having to focus on just accelerator and brake and steering. With this I have to focus on choosing gears and getting in the right gear for the right moment, and that's more of a challenge, so I kind of enjoy the challenge. Hemmel's route advisor is what puts the stuff at the bottom. Does it help with you driving in real life? I would definitely say so, because when I went to the Scania, when I went to Scania in, what was that, 2015 or something? And I drove one of their manual trucks, and the instructor was like, you did really well. Because it was, I'd already been doing it in the sim. So I got used to it. So yeah, I would say it would. Right, cargo market. Roof tiles. There's another one here. I'll take that one. Oh, it's okay. We've got Jeff to turn it around for us. Good old Jeff. He's going to 180 this for us and load it up. We'll just go for a coffee. Guitar Wes, thank you for 2 years. Happy anniversary, Guitar Wes. Thanks, Jeff. Enjoy the Acorn, Guitar Wes. Let's see where we're going. Turku, around Helsinki, and then down into Kotka. We don't actually have Kotka discovered yet. Okay, let's see how this behaves. I need to get some fuel. Oh, look at the rise.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Now the real struggle is going to be refueling. Religal, welcome back. Jeff already had a vacation. Why are some roads closed? What do you mean? Do you recall doing the quad trailer video? Yes, I do. Yeah, but that wasn't on the trailer stability settings we're using today. Now there's a very good chance we could tip this thing over. If you flip this, I'll be thoroughly impressed. No. If I don't flip it, you should be impressed. Does a barrel roll count as both? I would be impressed if I barrel rolled it and landed it back on its wheels. Yeah, it's not 39 tons though. It's more than that. It's 39 probably for one trailer's worth, maybe. I don't know. Wrong key. How's the RL flying going? I should be starting my night training this week, but right now the weather's not looking great this week, so I don't know. We shall see. How do you keep the chair from rolling back? I use locking casters. Why didn't the indicator cancel? I don't think the specs page is up to date. It's a long bit of equipment. Is it 90? Last edit August 2017. Blimey. Yeah, that's out of date. Welcome to the nut house. From here, it looks like giant dog treats. Do you know what I mean? The marrow-bone dog treats. For a very big dog. Don't show Doyle, yeah. Take him all day to eat one of those. Why can't they make a truck game with gameplay like Farming 19 and Euro Truck so you could wash your truck and build a company from the bottom? That would be awesome. I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. He's wondering whether 5 Asus 2080 Ti's are on the list. I don't even have one. I think I'll wait for the next generation. If he controls the camera with his foot, how come the camera responds to him turning his head? No, it doesn't. I can turn my head all I want and the camera doesn't move. It only actually works if I press the little thing on my foot though, then it'll turn, see? Now if I move my foot to the right, you see it'll go to the right. But if I was just to move my head, nothing happens. Did you have any problems with the NVIDIA driver? Nope. I don't upgrade to the new NVIDIA drivers straight away. Like, at the moment my NVIDIA drivers are stable, and I'm on like the last version. And I've noticed the pop-up for at least a week now saying there's a new driver, but I don't touch it straight away. Because if it's working fine, why update? Used to have a sensor panel on the... A what? A sensor panel? Oh, you mean the... Yeah, that used to control my track IR as well, didn't it? No, that's on the other one. Yeah, we're in Finland. Yeah, it's a rollback due to washed out colours on the update. Really? Wow. Neither, Hemi. Mrs. Squirrel goes to Tesco. I'm so glad I didn't go to the latest NVIDIA driver. All the axles are down though, Thomas. ETS2 wouldn't even start for you. Wow. I didn't realise it was that bad. See you later, what do you mean? Does Mrs. Squirrel shop at Debenhams? Nah. She does not. We have no reason to go to Debenhams. I've probably been to Debenhams half a dozen times in my life. And mostly that was to cut through to a different shop. Apparently the latest one boosted dog. No, Chippy, I'll tell you what's the worst. If you go to somewhere like Stansted Airport, right, you clear security, and then it makes you walk down a corridor, and when you come out the next corridor, you're basically into the department store bit. One second. You're into the department store bit. The first thing that you get to is the perfume. Men's and women's perfumes. And what they do is they snake the pathway through like that. And they make you walk through the perfume bits. So all you get is your nose just gets absolutely barraged with smells. Because everybody's standing there going, shh, shh, Oh, this is quite nice. No, I don't want to buy it. Like, literally everybody does that. It cracks me up. Everybody goes through and sprays stuff on and then just carries on walking. Free perfume. And it stinks. And you have to walk through it. There's no way around it. You have to walk right through the middle of it. In like a slalom fashion. That's the real reason that perfume is so expensive. Is because they have to give away like 50% of it to people who just go, shh, 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 shh. No, I don't like that.